I made question.
Hello. Hello, Princess, were you talking?
My please, okay, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said before we go to today's class, okay, Comfort,
Okay.
we go to today's class, I want anyone to just give us a quick recap of our last section, right? Like what we did in the last class, in the previous class.
Okay, for the last class, you were showing us the way around the Postman app.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we did last week. And you said the next class will really go deep into exploring the Postman app.
Okay. So what do you understand by API? I feel like I explained that before we go to the app. What do you
Okay,
understand by API? Yes,
yeah,
thank
the
you.
Postman app is used for API, like sending, creating stuff. That's what I understood.
Okay, who else wants to explain? Thank you very much, Comfort. Thank you. Who else wants to explain what the concept of API means? Like what the person understand by API? Anyone? Damilare, good evening. Can you hear me? Can you please help us out?
Let me answer that. The full meaning of API, I might not really have it now, but from my own understanding about API, API is actually acting like I will call it an intermediary. Okay, it receives the command and actually sends it to the server and whoever I want send to. And it receives the API acts as an intermediary, as a middleman between the server and how do I call it? Um should I call it the recipient, please?
The server and what?
Not forget the other word though. Uh
The
let
server
me
on the
go
web.
back.
Yeah. The server on the web or the server on the client side. So
My
that
say?
should be the I said the server and the web or the server and the client side. That should be the best
Okay,
word.
the server and the client side, not the web.
Yeah, or the web. Anyone.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Comfort. Thank you. So who else wants to explain to us what they understand by API before we go to today's section? Anyone? Like a quick recap of what we did last class. Who wants to help us out, please? Okay. Hmm. So last class I explained. I was expecting us to talk, right? Okay, we are much now. Okay, Becca, good evening. Becca, good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening, ma.
Yes. Were you around for the last class, for the first section?
Yes.
Okay, can you explain what you understand by API? Like, I explained API, right, before we start the Postman stuff. So, what do you
Yes.
understand by API according to the explanation we did last class?
Okay. So it's like an interaction between two applications.
Okay.
Yeah, whereby you send in a command and then it responds to your message, sort of.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, Becca. All right. So, as a better explanation or want to throw more light to it, anyone?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Godwin.
Okay, so the API, which is the application program interface, serve as the intermediary between the front end and the back end of the program, and
Okay.
kind of uh like a bridge between them. So when a user interfacing with the front end um click a command, then the API translates it to the back end to action. So something like that. So you gave an example of the front office officer or the person at the counter at a restaurant, which interfacing with the customers and the chef. So they get the order from the customers and give it to the chef to make. So just like so they serve as intermediary between the front end and the back end of a program,
All
I
right.
think.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Cody. Thank you very much. So last class we talked about API, like introduction to API and API testing, and every one of us have rightly said one or two things. So today we are going to be looking at the HTTP methods. Like we have different types of HTTP methods, and today we are going to be looking at HTTP methods. So what is HTTP? Like this is not our first time of hearing the word HTTP, right? And most of our URL actually have HTTP. So HTTP means Hypertext Transfer Protocol, like Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That's the meaning of HTTP. And it is a protocol or a definite set of rules for accessing resources on web. Like before you access anything on web at all, like if it is on a web page, right? It has to have the HTTP it starts to have the protocol, like the set of divine rules, like it has to carry the HTTP protocol. So you'll be able to access whatever you want to access on web. If you check most of the URL, like most of the common URL, you see that most of them start with HTTP before the address. So it actually give us the access it actually give us the access to access resources on the website on the web page. So the resources could in this case, when we talk about resources, when we talk about HTTP resource, or when we talk about web resource can mean anything. Like it can mean the HTML file, it can mean we are getting the data from the database, it can mean the text, it can mean photo, it can mean anything. Anything you see on your web page can serve as a resource in as much as it's actually displaying on the web page, right? So resources can mean anything. So HTTP is the foundational protocol used for transferring data over to the web page. As I've said earlier, before you can send a data to the web page, before you can design a web page, right? You have to use the HTTP just to transfer your data that you have created to the web. So it allow web browser and the server to communicate. So what does HTTP really do? We have the web, that is we have the website that you have built, and we have the server. There needs to be a communication between these two. So HTTP allows both the web browsers and the server to be able to communicate, so as to ensure that Emmanuel, good evening, your mic is not mute. Do you want to ask something? Okay. So as I was saying, right, the HTTP, right, it allows the web browser and the server to communicate by sending requests. As we have said, when you're talking about API is just all about you send a request, you get a request. HTTP now also, it's actually the protocol in which we use to send a request to the web server and to the web, and the web sent a request back to the server to fetch the web. We send a request from the web to the server, and the server will get the results and send it back to the web. The web we will send a request from the web to the server, and the server will fetch the result of the web and send it back to the server and the server will get the request and send it back to the web page rather. So the response from the server are accompanied by by status code. We are going to talk about the status code. So when you send an API, when you send an API request, any form of method, any form of request you send, you're going to get a status code. Your status code is going to determine what happened to the API you send. Okay. If you get a status code, you will be able to decide based on the status code that, okay, this HTTP, the request I sent was successful. The request I sent is not successful. The request I sent has a server error, has a client error. You will be able to know what is really going on around it with your status code after you have sent your HTTP request. So do you have any question about the HTTP? Like any question from anyone before I go to the next slide? Do you understand? Okay.
I just joined, so I really don't. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm still
So
a bit lost.
you're a bit lost.
Yes, ma. I just joined now, so it's right for me to say I don't understand.
Okay. All right. So do you have any question like from anybody that was on the call earlier but don't understand anything before I recap? Okay. So Soma, right? We are talking about the HTTP. We are talking about the HTTP, and the HTTP is just like the name is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, as I've said. So, and it is a method, or like when we are trying we are trying to access resources from the web. We are trying to access resources from the web. Now, when we talk about resources is anything. It can be the HTML file. It can be the HTML aspect of the code. It can be the data. It can be the database. It can be the picture. It can be the text. Anything you see on your web, just think about it as a resource. So resources can be anything. So, and what basically what HTTP do, HTTP send a request from the web to the server, and the server will get the request from the server back to the web. From the server, Becca, you can unmute and talk.
Ma, is there a difference with this HTTP and HTTPS?
When it asks S, it's kind of more like how am I going to put it? When it asks S, it's a secure protocol. Do you get the S there just stands for secure, like it's secure. Like it has some security, but HTTP like does not if it does not have the S, it does not have any sort of security. That means the site you are accessing is not secure. Like your information can be open to anybody. Like hackers can take it on something. So that's just the difference. Not like a major difference.
Okay, ma, thank you.
All right. So that is that. When we are trying to access resource from the web the web will communicate, we interact to the server, and the server will interact back to the web. So that is HTTP. So I want us to understand this client server architecture, right? For us to understand what HTTP methods actually means. It is very, very important for us to understand this client server. And this client server is also the same thing, like it's kind of the same thing like the understanding you have about API, because a client server is the one that a user is actually interacting with. But in this case, you think about the client as anything user get to interact with. Anything users get to interact with, when you're trying to fill a form, for example, right? You will try to input and interact with whatsoever that is displayed on the application. Why a server application is the one that sends the content or the resources to your client application. A client application is the one that the users is actually interact with. When you are done and you have sent and you have clicked on maybe submit, now your server will actually now send whatsoever you are interacting with to the client application. So a server application is a programming that is running somewhere. listening to whatever you are trying to do. You're trying to click a button, you're trying to check your weather app, you're trying to do anything. The server application is listening to what you are requesting for, and is ready to give it to the client. Okay, you request for okay, you want to know the weather for today. You go to your weather app, you check, okay, what is the weather for today? It listens to your request, and it gives you back information. So the client and the server application communicate to each other by sending messages on or as the basis or as is needed, rather than ongoing streams of communication. Like if the client sent a message to the server will get the message and give back the client what it is requesting for. It is just like an example of API that I was trying to cite last week, right? I said that when you go to a restaurant, right, you take a order, the waiter listens to your order and go and get you your order from the chef and bring back your order to you. So the same way the clients, on the client side, that is the user side, the user will try to interact with the application. The server will listen to the to what the client wants, and we get the information from the client's application and return it back to the client, that is to the user. So that is the client server architecture. When they say the client and the server actually communicate. The client is what users get to see, what users get to interact with, what user request from the server, and the server is what the server will get the information from the client application, either from the databases, either from anywhere, and we return it back to the client, which is the user. For example, like a practical example, right? You are trying to get the weather for today. You open your weather app. And you feel like, okay, what will the weather look like in Lagos, Nigeria? That is okay, your weather, maybe the day, okay, for today or tomorrow. You set the day, you put the location. When you are doing all those stuff, your server is actually listening to your request and is going to get that for you from the client application or from the API, and it's going to get it for you and return it back to you. Okay, after you have submit or anything, you click on it, then you're able to get the information. Okay, the weather for today is, that is the server returning back to the client application the request the client has made. Do we understand that point? Do you want me to explain further or any question from anyone? All right, Becca, please.
Okay, ma, so is it safe to say that a client application, for example, now is the front end, while the server is the back end?
Yes, you can just put it like that also, but it's
Okay,
beyond that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can't limit it to that, but you can actually still link it to that.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Do you have any question? All right, Selma, please.
Oh, okay. Sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening.
So please, I want to, explain further, just like Becca said. If we can understand it that it is the front end as the server and the back end is the server, can you enlighten our memory, our knowledge more on that?
I don't understand your question.
It's okay. It's like you explaining further, man. That's what I mean. I said that I would love you to explain further for better understanding.
I said that you should think of a client, right? A client as what users get to see and get to interact with, and the server aspect of the application and the server is what user do not get to see. So she's saying the front end and the back end. I said is right. She's not like she is not right. But in most cases, right, your how am I going to put this? When you're trying to get a request, it might not even be in the back end of your own source code, like your own application code. You might be using a plugin, like an API plugin from a different application. So in that case, you might not, that's why I don't want us just to limit this client and server to front end and back end. Just understand it this way, that what users get to see and interact with, like any form of request a user is making, and the server is going to actually get the information or the answers to whatsoever client is requesting, It might be the backend, it might be from the API, it might be from all these plugins that they used to add to code, from anything to return back to the client what is requesting. Sambo, do you understand?
Yeah, I understand it fully now. Thank you
Yes,
very
I
much.
just don't want us to limit it. I'm not saying it's out of scope. I just don't want us to limit it to front end and back end. That's it. All right. Do we have any other question? Okay. So, all right, Quadri. Yes, Quadri.
Okay, can we also refer to it as like the API architecture?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
All right. So let's go to the HTTP methods, like the HTTP method. So we're going to be having this. I will explain first, and we'll go to our postman. Then we'll get our hands on a practical example, right? We will use a dummy API for our practical class. But let me explain first. Let us understand it first. So HTTP methods define the actions that the client wants to perform on the server side. So the type of action as a client now, what do you want to do on the server? Okay, I want to get something on the server. Okay, I want to update something on the server. I want to put something on the server. I want to delete. It's like those actions that you can perform, like what you actually want the server to do. Like that is what HTTP method is. And we have the most commonly used. They're going to be talking about the most commonly used, although we have more than this, but we are going to be talking about the most commonly used types of the HTTP method. The first one is the get method. And get method, just think about get method as the English get. You want to get something. Like you want to get something. You want somebody to give you something. You want to get something, right? This method is used to retrieve data from the server. So anytime I'm sending a get request on my postman, or when I'm testing any API, either using postman or not, just know that when you're sending a get request, you want to retrieve, you want to get data from the server. This time around, you are the one asking, okay, server, give me the names of the students in my class. And the server is going to give me the list of the students in my class. So when I'm sending a get request, I want to retrieve data, I want to get information, I want to get information from the server. It requests data from a specific resources and should have no side effect on the data. So we are going to talk about this, our example. We are going to have a practical example because I want us to use the product resources and I'm going to be sending the get request. But let me just explain other method, right? So when you're trying to use a get request, you can just say, okay, I want to get something from the data, from the server, as I've said earlier on. I want to retrieve something from the server. I want to, okay, as I've said, okay, I go to the LMS channel, right? I'm just saying, I go to the LMS channel, there is a field for students. So if I go to that channel and I click students, I'm expecting everything to display on my dashboard, the number of students that is in my class. So if I want to test this API, right, that has to do with that is responsible for fetching me the number of students in my class, I will send a get request. So I'll be able to receive the total number of students in my class. So I'm trying to get something from the server. I'm trying to make a request. Okay, give me the total number of students in this class. So that is what get request is about. Do we understand? Do we have any question before I move to the post method? The get method is used to retrieve, is used to get, is used to retrieve and get information from the server. Do you have question before we move on? Okay, I assume we all understand. Now let's go to the post method. As its name implies, right? You are trying to post something, right? You are trying to create a new set of resources or a new set of information to the server. This time around, you are not getting, you are the one creating. Okay, if I want to for example, right? If I want to create, if I have the I don't know, if I have the opportunity, if I have the access to create a new student in my class, so this time around, I'll just go to the to the to the to the front end, to the page, and just try to type, okay, I want to create a new student. Maybe there's a section for it to create a new student. I will type all the student information. Okay, the student's name is Taiwo. The student stage is stage 5. The student's experiences. I will just type everything that have to do with the student, and I will send it. So when I'm doing that, like, I'm expecting it to save, and it should be stored. It should be stored. Like, just think about it, like when you're trying to fill a form, like maybe you're trying to fill a Google form now. So they ask you some set of questions, and you try to say, okay, my name is dash this, that. You fill everything, and you save it or you send it. When you do that, it's like you're trying to make a post request. You're trying to create something. You're trying to create a record. You're trying to create a new set of data. So even you're testing your API also, when you want to test your API for a post, anytime you want to make a post request, know that you are creating a new. So your post request is expected to have a body. Unlike your get request, you are getting something from the server. You are not going to add anything to your body, because you are getting. I want to get the list of students. But in the post, I want to create a new resources. I want to create a new record. I want to create a new data. So I'm expected to put whatsoever I want to create in my response body. In my response body, in my body, in the body of the request I'm about to send out. So the get request, whenever you are sending a get request, you are actually getting, you are actually retrieving data from the server. And when you are sending a post request, simple put, like you're trying to create a record, or you're trying to create a record, or you're trying to create a data, or you're trying to create something to the server. Do you understand the difference between get and post before we move on? Okay, so before we move on, who will explain what they understand by get and post for us? Anyone? Anyone, please? I just want to be sure, like, we are okay. Becca, you can unmute and talk.
Okay,
Becca,
Mas.
can you hear? Okay.
The get request is to retrieve data. Like you're sourcing for an information, then you use your get method. So your aim is to get an information, like to retrieve a certain data. Why the post is to create, like to add a particular data to your request, or to create a new data. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Becca. Okay, Samuel.
I want to give example to better for my own understanding actually, but the way I understand it. Now, see, the get means to retrieve data. Now, I want to use a particular site as an example. Now, if I successfully log into a particular application or site, and I fill in my information, and I applied for a job on that particular site. So I'm expecting a request. I'm expecting an answer that, okay, did my application went through, or did it successfully submitted? So that's like get, from the way I understand it. I stand to be corrected. So the post for me, I understand it in the way that, okay, when you are saying post is to create a new resources on the server to send data to the server. Now, from this now, when you want to apply to a particular site or application, and you were asked to add your social media platform handle or Instagram handle, anything, I think that is get for me. Post, sorry, that is post. Yes,
Can you
that is
explain
post.
get or post?
That's post, like post. You are creating, like they ask you to add your social media handle to the application. So it's like post. Like
So
you're
when
creating,
you're filling your information, right?
yes, when you're filling information on
Okay.
that site, it's like post. I stand to be corrected. If I'm wrong, you can correct me.
Okay, I really don't get your get, but I feel like your post, you are still right. But I really don't get the explanation of your get. I don't know if you want to explain again.
Let me
Oh,
explain again. So
okay.
so I have a little bit of understanding of the get, which I want to explain. So the get is like retrieving data, getting information from the server.
Okay.
Now, if you log in into any site, you expect a result that, okay, even though the site did not go through, what is the problem? Why didn't it go through? It should give you like a error message or something to indicate that, okay, this thing did not go through.
Okay. Like get is beyond that, right?
It's beyond,
Yes.
okay.
I just feel like it's beyond error message, it's beyond when I set an example, right? You want to, how am I going to put it? You want to register into an application. Let's say an example. There's an application and you want to register. So after you have successfully registered into the application, when you want to register into the application, we know that you're trying to create, you're trying to post, like you're trying to create. So after you have successfully registered into the application, now you think of get as maybe you have access to get the list of those people that are on that application. Maybe you have like an admin access and you are trying to fetch, maybe when you register they give you an ID or maybe something that is unique that will be able to fetch your own particular information or the list of everybody on the application. So when I'm trying to do a get request, I'm trying to get what was previously saved or what was in the database of the application, not just error message if it's successful or not successful. Samuel, do you understand now?
I
All
do
right.
understand now.
All right. So thank you very much. So we have the put request. So when you're trying to send a put method, when you're using a put method and trying to make a put request, right? You're trying to update a particular resources. You are telling the server to replace the resources at which the specific URL with the new data you have provided. Put request is like, okay, on a particular application, I said that my age is 10. And for some reasons, I feel like I said my age is 10. My name is Taiwo. My state of origin is Oyo State. And for some reasons, I feel like those informations are not right. And I just want to correct it. So instead of sending a post, I won't send a post request because I've already created my record. What I just want to do is just to update my record, like I have a record already. I just want to update it, just do some sort of corrections to it. Okay, let's say that I added an address that I was not using. Like, okay, maybe when I was creating that app, I was in Nigeria, but when I moved out of the country, I want to change my address. I want to change my job. Like when you're just trying to update a particular resources, a particular information, like an existing information, you want to update it. You want to make corrections to it. That is when you send a put request. Like you want to update the resources that is on the application. You want to update some set of data that is already in the application. So that is when you send a put request. So put request is different from post request. For post request, you are creating a new. But for put, you are editing. Just let's say you are editing or you are correcting or you are updating an existing resources. For post, you are creating. For put, you are editing. You are editing updating or updating an existing resources. So we have the patch request. Patch request and put request are closely the same, like they're very, very the same, right? But the patch request is just like you're trying to make a partial modification of resources. Like you said, unlike puts, which requires the entire resources, unlike puts, like I can change my entire information if I'm using put request. I can change my name, I can change everything if I want to use puts, and I can change maybe like 3 or 4. Patch only requires the fields that needs to be updated. When you're now using patch, right? Maybe like I just want to change only my address alone, my address only, I'll use patch, because I'm trying to update a specific, like just a field. I will use patch instead of put. So I will use patch instead of put, and we have the patch and the put request. Before we go further, right? Okay, let me just explain the delete. So we'll just have a quick recap. So the delete is just like you're just trying to remove something from your don't also delete. Okay, I created an account with this person. I've actually, and I don't want to have an account with them again. I just delete my accounts. I don't want my name to show in their database again. So after I've delete, whenever they send a get request, my name should not come up again because I've deleted my account. I've removed my account from it. So delete is just when you're trying to remove your resources, when you're trying to remove the resources from the server. So do we have any question from anybody? Do you have any question? Okay, so I'll take that as there is none question, that nobody has question, right? So who wants to explain to us what they understand by put, patch, and delete? Just a quick explanation from anyone before we move on. Who wants to explain to us what they understand by put, patch, and delete? Okay, all right, Comfort.
Okay,
Comfort.
yes, put actually has to do with retrieving existing data.
Okay.
Sorry, get, not put.
Retrieving.
Get.
Okay.
Get.
Okay. Okay.
Get is receiving existing data.
Retrieving.
Put, yes, retrieving existing data. Post, creating a new data.
Okay.
That's post. Then put has to do with making corrections, generally modifying it. You add some things, you make some changes to the already existing data. And
Okay.
patch has to do with making changes to a particular field, like not all the field. You choose one field
Yes.
and just make changes to it. While delete
Okay.
has to do with removing resources completely from the server.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Comfort. That's right. Okay, Samuel. Samuel, your hand is raised.
Yeah, please. Still, I just want to, I'm not going to, taking you back to the first this thing. This is, I want to just confirm something. Now, I see get can also means asking the server for a list of users. Am I right, ma'am?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I want to clarify this also. This can only be initiated by the admin or the person managing the application.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
The person that has the access, whoever has the access to do that, will do that. Yeah. If you are sending your APIs, yes, if you have the access to do that, if you are authentic, if you, like you still have some authentication, if you need some authentication to do that, you will need to put it. So it actually depends on the application.
Okay. So I want to quickly explain the put, the patch, and the delete. From my understanding, the put is the updating and existing resources on the server. Now,
Yes.
just like you have an existing email account, address, phone number, and everything. If you want to update it, that is the process in doing that is the put. The patch now is updating specific or particular modification. Now, when I want to give an example for that, I would say if you have your email, your address, your phone number, everything on the application, you can edit only your email by changing it. Like you just want to change my email and leave all the information there still intact. I just want to change my email. From my understanding, that is the patch. And the delete is
Yeah.
removing totally your details from the server.
Okay. Yes, that's very correct. All right. So, do you have any question from anyone before we go to the status code? All right. Okay, so now after you have sent your requests, right, you will get a status code. Like, so your status code determine if your request is actually successful, if it's actually a redirection, if it's actually a client error or a server error. Like, your status code is going to tell you what is actually going on. Comfort, your hand is raised. Comfort.
Yes, ma. The status code, would you call it pop-up message, like error message, for example?
For like when a user is trying to enter, it's beyond that, because it might not be pop-up message per se. Imagine you're trying to access an application and your internet is not on. Like, you're not going to get a pop-up message. Like, your whole screen will just give you the response. Comfort.
Yes, okay, yes, I understand.
Do you get now?
Yes, ma.
So yeah, so it's beyond that. So the status codes are standard response returned by the server to indicate success or failure of an API. Like, after you have sent your API requests, either get, either put, either patch, either post, either delete. After you have sent it, right, you want to know what happened to that request. Okay, is my request successful? Is it fail? Okay, if my request is failing, what actually happened? Why is it failing? Why am I getting like, why is it failing? So your status code will make you to have an idea of what is going on. So we have the breakdown of some common status code, right? Although not everything are common. The 100, anything, we have 1 to 5. The status code is 1 to 5. We have 100, we have 200, we have 300, we have 400, and we have 500. So when it is 100, right, it's just trying to give you an information. Like, the server has received the request you've sent, and the client should proceed to send anything you want to send. Okay, I've received, maybe you're trying to send like an header of a request, right? Okay, I've received what you sent. Okay, you can just proceed to continue with your request. Like, it's just trying to give you some sort of information. I've not run through this 100 before, but when I was checking, I've not tested and get this 100 before, right? But when I was checking, I feel like it's just like just informing you what you need to do. Like, maybe you're trying to send a partial request or something, then you will get, okay, this one has been successful, you can actually continue. Like, when you say anything 100, it's just trying to tell you that, okay, you can continue with what you are doing, you are still on track. So when you're getting 200 status is actually success, right? If it's 200, okay, 200 is okay. It's actually telling you that your request is successful. That's what you get 200 when you are sending a get request, and you get the list of whatsoever. You get the list. You get the list. You get the list of what you are requesting from the server. If I send a get request now, I'm expecting my status to be 200. So if it is 201, then it is created. Yes, it is created. And when we say, if I want to get 201 request, what type of HTTP method am I going to use? I'm asking a question now. So if I want to get a 201 request, what type of HTTP method am I going to use?
Put.
Anyone? Anyone? Okay, please.
Get.
Get requests.
Post. I said get.
Somebody said get.
Get
This
requests.
put.
Post.
Okay. Okay. Who else?
Get.
It cannot be get for 201.
201, put,
A
post,
post.
201, not
Post.
200.
Post.
Oh.
Post.
Post. Post.
Post.
You are creating something. Post. It's post. You are creating something. So I told you that it's post that has to do with created. Like, when you're trying to create something, right? So you get 201 for post request. So we have 202, like we get 202 status if it is accepted, and 204 if there is no content. like the server is successful, but there is no content to be displayed to you. Like you're trying to, maybe you're trying to access everything, your request is successful, but there's nothing to be displayed to you. So you get 204. So when you're getting anything 200, you are still running on a success, like your API status, like it's still a very successful request. But you have to check, okay, is it 200? Okay, it's okay. 201, okay, I've created successfully. 202 is accepted, and 204, okay, it's okay, but there's no request, there's no resources to be returned back to me as a client. Do we understand? So we have the 300 also. We have the 301. The 301 is when you're trying to use a URL, but the URL has been moved permanently, or it has been changed. All these things to happen, most especially from this all these support people. They will create some sort of UAT for you, and they will change it without even know. They will not inform you that okay, they have changed the URL. So it's actually going to redirect, or it's actually going to tell you that okay, this URL you are looking for is actually, it has been moved to a different URL, or it has been, or it's like a redirection. Anything 300 is like a redirection, telling you that okay, this URL is not found. You can, it's actually like it has been modified or something, or it has been moved permanently. Sometimes they might move the particular content of a URL from a URL to another URL, closely the same thing. So that is when you get the 300. Now let's go to the most common one. The most common one out of this is 200. The most common that you will run through, 400 and 500. So the 400 is like a client error. Anytime you are seeing 400, just know that the mistake is coming from you. If you are testing your API and you are seeing 400, just take your time. Anything, either 400, either 401, just take your time to check you are not doing something right. That is why you are getting 400. So 400 means a bad request. Like the server cannot and will not process the request due to like your error. You are the client here. You are the one testing the API here. So your error will not make the request to be successful. Like you are not authorized. You are not authorized to check a particular application. You are not authorized. You did not put the proper authentication, or maybe you are not just authorized to test that URL. So you will get 401. 403 is forbidden. The server understood the request, but it refused to authorize it. Like you are not just, you don't have access to it. Not found. The request or the resources you are trying to find is not found. So you get 404. And 405, method not allow. Like you are sending a request method and is not supported for the type of request you are requesting for. Like you are using a method maybe you are trying to send a get method. You are trying to send a get request. You are now using a post request to send a get request. Just try to check something is within you when you're getting a 400 request. Now to the 500 request. This is like server error, like internal server. Maybe the server is down, like the is not implemented. This is server error. This is not your error. This is server error. Service unavailable. So these are the sorts of status code that we have. We have the 100, we have the 200, we have the 300, we have the 400, and we have the 500. So depending on the kind of request you're sending, and depending on the kind of status code that pop up, so with your status code, you'll be able to know that okay, my request is successful or my request is not successful, depending on the status code. And when you are running to a 400 likes status code, like when you're trying to run an API and you're getting 400, 404, you'll be able to make some sort of correction within yourself, like as a client. Or when it is server based, you'll be able to tell those people that are handling server, maybe like the DevOps, yes, the DevOps, to help you to check the server. You're trying to send a request and you're getting 500. Just tell them, or maybe your own network, your whole network also can trigger 500. So that is that about API method and status code. Do you have any question before we go to the practical section? Any question from anybody? Do we understand? Please, let's open our Postman application. I'll assume you all understand. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to our postman. I'll send the link of the resources we want to test in the class. I'll send it to us. I feel like I want to see. So this is we'll be testing the product resources. I'll send the link to the chat. Hold on, please. Trying to close all this Zoom tab. Okay, the products. Okay. Okay, so we can click on that link and open it from our side also. So are we there now? Hello, can I continue? Okay. So this is how our resources look like. Like this is the documentation for a dummy API, right? We can still use this to test. Before maybe some other section, I'll get a documentation for Swagger documents. That one looks more like what our developers used to use. I'll try to get one, but for the purpose of this class, let's just use this. So let's use this. So we are going to be doing the get, the post for the products and the delete also. I feel like there's a delete. Okay, we are going to be doing everything before the end of this class. So you can say the title is get all products. So if I run this, if I click on this show output, I should, whenever I send this request, whenever I send this get all product request, I should be getting this results on my postman. I should be getting these results on my postman also. I should be getting total 194, limit 30. I should be getting the same results on my postman also when I want this get all product request. And to do that, I want every one of us to create a new collection. Create a new collection, a blank collection, and name it class tags. Please, are we following? I want to be
Yes.
sure we are okay.
Please, can you come again?
Create a new collection on your postman and name it class tags. Class tags. I'm also doing that. Inside your collection, please, are we done? Like, are we done? Are we done?
Sorry, I'm a little bit lost. Where am I this thing?
Where are you? Where are you?
God.
Soma,
Sorry.
where are you?
Ma,
You said you are
please.
lost. I said, where are you?
I'm trying to open this. Wait. Oh God. Okay, I've opened it. So I don't know. Where are you people? I'm here. Get your products. I don't know.
Where are you? Are you on your postman or you are on the
I'm on the link. The link you sent to the chat box now.
okay,
I
go
opened
back.
the link.
Okay, go back to your postman. I've explained the link and I'm on my postman now. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Yes. Yes. Go back to
I
the.
did not understand. What did you explain on this link?
I explained to you that this link.
Sorry, you are
Have
still
you been
on the link
have
on my
you been
end.
following? What do you say?
I've been
You are still
following, ma.
on. You are still on the link on my end.
On your hand. Okay, wait. Are you guys still seeing the link of the on my postman application? Please, what are you seeing?
Just the link that you sent to us that showing.
Oh. Oh.
Please, can you explain the link again so that we'll understand, then move to the postman?
Okay. I'll have to stop sharing and reshare my screen. So you guys can see my postman now.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you. So Soma, I said
Yes,
this
ma.
is like a API documentation, right?
Okay.
We have
Yes,
the
ma.
list of API we can test for here for this product documentation. And on your own link, you will have this show button, show output
Yes.
button. So I click
Yes.
on it and I said that whenever I send my request on my API, in my response tab, I should be getting the same thing as this. I should be getting the same response. When I test this particular URL, when I test this particular URL on my postman, I should be getting the same output as this. When the total is 194 and the limit is 30, then I ask us to go to our postman application to create a new collection and name it class tags.
Okay.
So are we all on the same page now?
No, let me go to my postman, please.
Yes, you can. All right. What about others? Have you created your collection and name it class tags? Hello.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so in our collections, right, we are going to create a new folder. Just click on these three dots, add a folder, and you're going to name the folder get. This one is going to be get. You will add a new folder again. This will be for post. We had a new folder again.
I think we should create new collection and name it what?
Class tags.
Okay.
So we have codes. You had a new folder again and you have delete.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting every one of us to have a collection with four folder. Get, post, put, delete. Please, if you are done, you can raise up your hand or you can let me know if you're on the same page now.
Okay, ma, under the class tag tags, we'll add get, post.
Put and delete folder.
So we are clicking
All right.
on that plus icon there because get new request.
So Ma,
Okay.
you are going to click on these three dots. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Click on these three dots. You will see add
Yes.
folder option. Then you
Okay.
click on the add folder and rename your folder. Okay, Abdulaziz, you are done, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, so please let me know when we are done so we can continue with the class.
Please, ma, wait, I'm not done.
Yes, I'm talking about others. Please let
I'm
me know
trying to
when you're.
click on the new folder, but to rename it, but it's not working. I don't know why.
I don't understand.
I clicked on that three icon there, add new folder.
Eh? You
But
rename
I'm
your
trying
folder
to,
from this place, like from this, like this.
okay, my system is a bit.
So please, if you are done, let me know so we can continue.
I'm done, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Emmanuel, you're done, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So can we proceed, everyone? If you know you want us to wait for you, just signify. Thumbs up, raise your hand, anything.
Oh, please wait for me.
Okay. Comfort, you are done, Abi?
No, wait for me. Oh, just I want to get some more. Just
Oh,
remaining put and delete.
okay.
I don't know why I'm finding it difficult to rename this stuff.
So how many have you done?
Just one. I'm doing the next one. Ma'am, please, can I share my screen?
So what's the issue?
Please, I don't know. Can I share my screen so that you see? I don't know
What is the issue? Like, why do you want to share your screen? What is the issue? I'm not saying you are not sharing. What is the issue?
My postman is not showing the way your own is showing.
How is it showing? Share your screen very quick because of our time.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. System is just fucking. Ma, don't worry, just continue.
What happened?
I don't know. The whole thing is, I really don't know.
Share a screen now.
Share your screen. If you can share your screen, I've stopped sharing for you.
Okay, let me share.
Yes, I've stopped sharing my screen so you can share.
Okay, ma'am. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Okay.
So can anyone see our screen? I want to be sure if I'm not the only one.
No.
So where are you? So can you hear me? Hello? Not sure. Is she still on this call? Okay. So I feel like she's not on the call again. Maybe our network is.
Like she just got disconnected.
Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So by now, I feel like everyone should be done with the folder creation, everything. So in our get request, right? We can all see my screen now. Before I continue.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to add a get request. Just click on add a get request. So the first request is just name it to get all lists, get all products. Sorry. Get all products. So are we on the same page now? Add a get request, like add a new request under your get folder, add a new get request and rename it to get all products. So are we on the same page? Can I continue? Please, I need us to reply.
From this end, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can I continue?
Ma.
Okay. Oh, Soma, welcome.
Ma.
Welcome.
My system is messing up.
You can take your time. You can go back. You can see the video again, right? Don't worry, it will be uploaded very soon.
No.
Just try to follow up. Just try to follow up.
Okay.
Yeah. You can go over the video again. All right, Favor. Favor, are you done? Or you want to have a question? You want to ask a
Okay,
question?
sorry. Yes, I have a question. You said we should
Okay.
click on new requests under the get folder. When we are done
Yes.
clicking get new request, what do we do next?
Rename your new request to get all products. Can you see my screen? Favor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can see your screen. I'm currently
Okay.
doing mine.
All right. So after that, let me just send this to the chat. I want us to come back to this documentation because even in real life scenario, we'll be working with documentation. So I want us to come back to this documentation. So you'll be able to know how to get what you want to use to test. So on the API. So in this case, this is what was given to us, the HTTP URL. So you just copy this URL, copy, and come and paste it here in your Postman. So if you copy it with this mark or this quotation mark, you have to remove it before you try to send. So you have to remove those quotation mark before you try to send. And after your copy, since we are doing a get, we are not putting any response, we are not putting any body. So we are just fetching data, right? We have to just send our request. Then you can send your request. So after you have sent, you should get your response like this. The status code is 200, which is okay. That is successful. And I've informed us that the same thing that was displayed on the web page, we have total 194, limit 30. For the results, is also the same thing that should display on our API. Total 194, skip 0, limit 30. So that means we have successfully get the record from the server using our API. So do we understand? I want us to do exactly the same, like everything I've done now. I want us to do it and let me know when you're done. Do we understand?
No.
Yes.
Who said no? Do we understand? Do you have any question? Okay, if you have question, you can just raise your hand and I'll go over it again. Question, comfort.
Okay, please, ma, go over it again. I think network shut me out. Like I actually put me on hold.
Okay, where were you? Where did you stop?
As in get to name the tax under the request, get all products, like name it.
Okay, have you renamed it?
Yes.
Okay, go back to the documentation page. I sent the URL earlier. So for this get all products, that's what we are testing for, right? We copy this URL, fetch this particular URL, HTTP, you'll copy it
Okay.
and we paste it on your postman in the URL page. We paste it here. And I mentioned that make sure you're not you do not copy it with the quotation or anything, just your URL. You don't want to run into error.
Okay.
And you will send your request when you are done.
Okay.
So you should be getting the same response, like the same response as what I'm getting on the web. You should be getting the same response. So this is the response I'm
Okay.
getting on the web when I run the request on the web. I'm getting the
Okay.
total to be 194. The skip is 0 and limit 30. Also,
Okay.
here I'm expected to get the same thing. So I want us to, do we understand? Like, do you have another question?
I'm not following.
Who is not following?
Miss Oma.
Why are you not following? Is your PC back?
Yes, ma.
Where are you?
I'm on my postman
Where on your postman?
overview.
I don't understand. Have you created your folders?
No.
And try to create your folder now. You can still meet up. Just try to, even if it is just get folder, create your collection, class tags, and create only get folder for now. Then you had your request inside your get folder. You can create this later.
I don't know if what I'm having on my postman is the same as everybody else because it's really confusing. I don't know. I was trying to share my screen earlier so that you can see what I'm saying.
I asked you to share your screen. I give you time to share your screen, right? And you were not sharing your screen, so I have to move on
Oh,
with the class.
network logged me out. I'm sorry about that.
So you can reshare your screen now. Do you want to reshare your screen?
Yes, ma, I want. Thank you. If you
All
don't
right.
mind. Thank you. So let me share. You can see it, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so see what I'm talking about. This is my postman, sorry. I'm trying to,
Can you maximize your postman page and close your WhatsApp tab?
yes, let me close it.
Maximize your postman page. Maximize.
I'm looking for you to maximize it too.
Just drag it a little bit, then you should see the last button.
Okay. I should drag it how? Wait, sorry.
Click and drag. The
Oh,
maximize button is behind
okay,
your
I've seen it.
screen.
Okay.
Okay.
So see what I'm talking about. The class, I try to share my screen into two so that I can actually see your own screen and work on my own postman. I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
So it was really affecting me. I was not able to see most of these things because I don't know if you get. I'm supposed to create the new collection from here, right?
Yes. So you have a new collection. So just have to rename. Click on this new folder
Yes.
and you rename your folder here. Come to the new folder here.
Yeah.
Double click. And you will rename from here.
What am
So
I
do
to rename?
do that. I will start sharing my screen now. I said you should use get, post, put, and delete for all your
Okay,
folder. So do that.
okay, okay. Let me
You
stop
have
sharing.
get already. You can just rename to post, put, and delete. So stop
Cool.
sharing your screen now so I can share mine.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay. So sorry, can we continue? So I want us to actually create a new request, a new get request under the get folder, right? And name it get single product. Then we will come to the get single product resources here, and we will send this request, copy it and send it. Are we following? Are we?
Yes.
Okay. So when you are done, you can send it. So the first request we send, the first get request we send, right? We send a get request to get all the products. Now, this second request we are sending, we want to get a specific product. You can see that we have the same URL /product/1. So we have the total number of the products we have was 194. So I can do 190, and instead of getting one, okay, so I need to return to me product 190. See, the ID of this particular product that I'm getting now is 190. I can do, okay, I want to get product 30 or 40. Then I will send it. So I'm getting 40. So let me try to do 200. I feel like 200 should not be there because the total was 194. Okay, yes, correct. Not found. Not found. And I've told you that when it is 404, like it is your error, like you are the one making the mistake, it is not the server. So I'm trying to get a product that is not available on the on the on the server. So I get not found. So I want you to also get a single product and get any number of products within the range and get number of products outside the range. That is you just trying to test your API, right? We have 194, 195, sorry, 195 should also be not found. Yes, not found. Do you understand? Before we move on.
Yes.
All right. So Emmanuel, what product do you try to get under the get single product? What single product did you get?
I tried 0, so I was expecting it to give me 4, which it did. No
Okay.
product name 0, it is 1 to 94. So I'll be trying product 70 next.
Okay. All right. Okay, apart from Emmanuel, so who else has done? I've tried to test the get single product URL. Anyone?
Yeah, I've done it.
All right. All right. So
Then I
Abdul,
noticed something. If you put product 009 or 007 or 07, it will come out as 400.
yes, because there is no product ID with 007.
The 1 or 2 or 3 or 4
Yes, that is the product ID. This is what you're actually getting, right? When I do 5 and I send, see, this is what is returning, the ID, this ID. Check your response. This ID is 5, not 05. If this ID was 05, it would definitely return 005 or 05 for you. So if I try to use anything different from 5, I will get 44 because there is no particular match. No product with ID 05. I only have product with ID 5. Sam, do you understand now? All right, so have we actually, I want to be sure like we have actually tried to test the get single product before we move to the
Sorry, ma.
next. Yes, please.
Please don't be angry. I don't know if you could send the link to the chat box again.
Okay.
Thank you.
You said I should not be angry. I have right to be angry, Abby.
Yes.
All right. Let me also look for the link in the chat box. You
Okay.
could have actually typed and people will have replied you. Someone has actually do that, right? Thank you, Victor. Thank you very much, Victor. You could have
Thank you,
actually
sir.
request for that. So,
Thank you, Victor.
all right. So can we continue to the next resources now? All right. Want to do search. Want to search for products. Oh yeah, come to the search as I've been doing it, right? Copy the search URL. Copy the search URL and come to your get folder. Add a new get request. Add a new get request and name it search products.
Okay.
So you should now paste and send. Paste and send. So the same thing we did for the product, the same thing we did when we are trying to get single product. So what this URL is just trying to say is that, okay, go to this product and search for the query when the search query is equals to phone. When the search query is equals to phone, that is what the user inputs in the search query is phone. So you should return the match, the list of results that has been found and actually has phone in their content. So we have total 23. We have total 23. So you can actually search for other things. You can actually search for other things, right? I can search for Apple. Okay. Yes, I have 10 instead of 26. So you can check your get all products just to see the titles you can actually search for, right? I can search for princess. I have princess as a title. Okay. So this is you're just trying to search, right? When you're this is the same thing as you trying to search, like you're trying to use your search field on your application. So you can actually change the search, you can actually search for anything that is within the context. And if I try to search for anything that is outside of the context, I should be getting no match found. Yes. I'm searching for something that is not within. Why do I have two? This is returning an empty list. Okay. Okay, search. Okay. So if it's not successful, it will not return anything, right? It will just return an empty array because there is no product or title within that range. So how many of us have tested the search functionality now? Before we go to the next one.
I have.
Okay. How about you, Victor?
I have.
All
Done.
right. What other things did you hope you did not only search for phone? Do you try
Now
to
I
search
search
for
for furnitures.
okay. Do you find much?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That's good. All right, Emmanuel, I hope you did not only search for phone also.
No. I
Okay,
search for clothes. There's no
clothes.
clothes there. I
There's no
searched,
match.
yeah,
Okay.
search for laptop. Then it brought 5 match.
Okay, there's 5 match. Okay. All right. Comfort, have you tried to test the search also? Comfort. Comfort, can you hear
Yes,
me?
ma. I've
Yes, do you
not
try
done the
to
search yet.
where are you? Why?
Still on the single product.
Single products. Okay. All right. Favor. Favor, do you try to search? Do you try to test the search?
Yes, I searched for lash though, and it showed me 200. Okay.
Okay. Were there
Can you hear
matches?
me?
Yes, I can hear you, Favor.
Yes.
Were there matches?
But I don't know. Yes, because I got the I got the 200. Okay. So how do I know how
No,
many? Is
you will
it in
check
the total?
you will check your response body. You see, when I was trying to search, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Favor, can you see my screen? You see that the current
Yes,
response
I can see your screen.
okay, you see that the current response I have, the total is 0 and everything is 0. So there is no match for whatever I've searched for. So that's why I'm having 0 as total and everything is 0 and the product array is empty. So if I search for phone, so you see now I'm getting some response, right? And if I scroll down, the total is 23, the total match found. It's just like you're trying to search on your web also. It will return the list back to you.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, so Princess, have you tried to test the search also? Good
Yes,
evening,
I've
Princess.
tested
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Good
What
evening.
other things did you search for?
Wigs. There was no match
Okay.
for the wigs.
All right.
Praise hanging. I
Okay.
don't know.
So please, can we continue now? Do you have any question from anybody before we move on? Okay. So now let's go to the next get resources, right? We have the limit and skip. The limit and skip. So I want us to okay, should we test it together or we should break it down? Okay, just create a new copy this limit and skip, right? Limit, skip and select. Hope this will not confuse us like this. Okay. Let me just
How do we copy the limit and skip?
I
Okay, I've
just
seen it.
okay. I'm just still trying to, this is limit, skip, and select. This is actually theory query. This is actually going to do theory things. So should we run it at a time, or we should try to break it down? Okay. Since there is no response, let's just run it because of our time. Let's create a new get request. So let's name it limit, skip, and so you paste the URL. Now let me explain what this URL is going to do, right? You know, when you send your request here, and you send your request here, like the first request that you're getting all the products, right? And even most of those requests, most of those other requests, like you're getting something like this. You're getting something like this. The total is 194. The skip is 0. The limit is 30. That is the number, the total number of the last product ID. I'm trying to check. Okay, the last product ID, you can say ID 29. So the last product ID on this page should not be up to 30. So we can have from 29. I'm trying to check. Sorry. So we have 30, we have skip, and it's 0. So we do not skip any product on this when we send. So when you want to send this particular one, right? So you can actually dictate the number of products, right? You want to limit some set of products, like, okay, I want to limit 10, I want to limit 15. Okay, we have 194 products, and I want to skip this number of products. I want to limit 50, and I want to skip 50. This and select, right? And select is actually a different thing. We are trying to, let's just remove this and select. Just copy it out. You can cut it. We'll use it later. I don't want it to get confused. Just have limit and skip. Let's have limit and skip first. Because that and select is going to select only products that are within, that have the title or the ID that you have given to it to be that. So I want us to test for select later. So do you get my point? Just try to copy out that and select from the URL, and just have your limit and skip alone. Then you send your request. Do we get that? Anyone?
Sorry, please, did you change it for, please, can you explain again? I don't understand this one.
Which one?
This limit and skip, because you know the other ones, I don't know if you change it from the parameter or is from the get request URL that you change it from.
I changed it from the URL. I've been changing it from the URL.
Yes, I know you've been changing from the URL, but when you change it, we used to see it in the body. You save it, then we see the stuff from the body. But this one I can see it in the parameter, so that's why I'm asking. Maybe you also changing the param too.
No, even every other things I've been changing, we're also changing the parameter. Can you see the parameter for this query?
Yes, I can.
Can you see for the single also? Did I use single? Okay, no adding parameter here. But see the query, right? You can see
Yes,
it's
I can see
actually
it.
creates a new parameter for it. So I change it from the URL.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. So do we get the point now? I want us to test the limit and skip differently, right?
Okay, we should remove
Separately
the
and select.
select.
Yes, I want us to remove it for now. We'll create a new request for it.
Okay.
Create a new request for it. So the total is 194, my skip is 50, my limit is 50. So if I want to change my skip to 5 and my limit to 50, and I send the request, I should be getting, okay, my skip is 50 and my limit is 5. So that's how you check. And when I'm trying to do something like, okay, I'm getting skip 200, we have total of 195, limit 0. Okay. So are we done with that? I want us to create a new request, right? I want us to create a new request for Sam.
Okay, it's not okay. The limit the skip is part of the get. Now
What do you say?
I said the limit and the skip, sorry. Now can you hear me? Or this person now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So when you put the limit to be 50 or 500, the limit is more than the total number of, maybe the product. The limit is more than the total number of the product. And you say, okay, I want you to limit 500 and you want to skip 500. Is it not supposed to show error? Because that number is more than the total number of products we have. Did you get the question? Hello?
What do you say?
I said, did you get the question?
It's supposed to show error, right?
I'm saying, is it not supposed to show error? Like show error 400 error that, okay, this is a human error. It's not going to go. I don't know if you get
Because
the question.
I was expecting that also, so I don't know.
Okay.
I was
Because
actually expecting that.
okay.
I was expecting that also. So that's why I went to check the total number it's actually returned for me. But I feel like it's actually display the total number of, as if I did not perform any limit and skip. Can you see what I was
Yes,
getting?
yes, I can see it too.
Yes, maybe there are some sort of, some sort of corrections, like just to automatically correct and just
That's what I was looking at. Maybe the system
can be
itself
on the,
does
yes, can
it
actually
correct
correct.
everything.
Yes, yes. Alright. So now I want us to create a new get request. And just limit select. Yes. Create a new get request and limit select. I want us to do post and put this night also. I feel like this should be our last get request. Sort. Okay. We'll continue from here. Okay, I want us to create a new get request. Have you done that? Just use select. Rename it to select. Soma Alpha, are you with us now?
Yes, ma'am, with you. It's just
All right.
that the last one we did now, this limit and skip. My own is giving me, they said could not send request. I don't know. Error, invalid protocol.
Are
I
you
don't
sure
know.
you did not copy this? Check your check your URL to be sure you have not sent the request with the what? With
With
the
what?
mark, quotation mark. Check for your help.
Okay, I
Yeah.
should. Okay, it's still not showing me anything. I don't know why.
What are you getting now?
I'm getting error. They
What
said
is the error?
the HTTP getting one error. I don't know.
What error? What is the status code?
If the what?
What is the status code?
I don't know. I don't get what you mean by the status code.
What is the
Sorry.
status code of the error you are getting?
Okay, they said invalid protocol.
Code.
Yes,
We have
yes.
for this one, I'm having 200. Okay. What is your code?
Nothing is there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The only thing I'm seeing there is just error. Nothing is showing.
Check your connection, or maybe you should just try to check with your network. That means your request is not sent. Maybe you did not send at all.
I said could
Yes.
not send request. Yes.
Yeah. Just check your connection.
Okay.
Check your internet connection. You can just try to check with your internet.
All right.
Okay, so I will create the select.
Yes. Yes, I have.
Okay, so this is what you are going to do. You are going to copy this HTTP product. Copy it. I actually cut out my select before, so that's why I'm having this. Should I send this to the chat?
Yes, ma, please. Yes.
Yes, please.
Coming. All right.
Hello, ma. Where that your cursor is, delete the and put question mark. Yes. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to check.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So, thank you very much. That's what I was trying to confirm. All right, so you can copy it from the chat now. So you can select anything, right? You can select when title is equals to price. You can select title, you can select price. Before, we were having our product to display, right? I have to manage some. Before, we're having our product to display with a lot of parameters. Come to this get all products, for example. Let's check with it. So you can see that this product, we have the ID, we have the title, we have the description, we have the height, the ratings, everything. But now, when we are using select, right, we want to select what we want to see. We don't want to see everything. We don't want to see everything. So we want to only see the title. We want to only see the price of the product. Okay, just give me the products, the list of products, and return it with the title and the price. So now when you check your response body, you are getting ID, title, price, product two, ID, title, price in that order. So if I add description, because we have description in because we have description here, So if I add description to it or even ratings, let me add ratings. We can come and copy anything from here. So, right. Yes, ratings. Now I'll be having title, price, ratings. I'll be having title, price, ratings. So you can see now I'm having products, the ID, the title, the price, and the ratings. For product 2 also, I'm having ID, title, price, ratings, because that is what I'm selecting. Like those are what I want to see. That is what I select. That's why we use this select. And if it is only price alone, okay, I just want to know the price of this product. Let me just get the price. I'll be saying in my response body, I should be getting the product price. So if I'm trying to select anything that is outside of, if I'm trying to select anything that is not in the response body or in the that was not created, right? It will just return only the list of the IDs for me. You see now, I'm like just ID, nothing. It's not selecting anything. It's only select like the ID is selected by default. So I'm just getting ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4 to 30 in that order. So just try to test your select with anything. But be so sure you have checked for whatsoever you are testing for before you use it. Check for it in if it's part of the response body. If it's part of it before you use it. You can use dates, you can use review, you can use this, you can use this, you can use comments.
Please, I have a question.
Okay, Shamaka. Shamaka, I can hear you. Hello, who said she has a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Shamaka, can you mute one mic? I don't know if you joined the class with.
I joined with 2 devices. That's why I'm using
Yes,
one.
try to mute. Yes, try to mute one mic and talk from
Okay,
one mic. Yes, just mute one of the device mic and talk from the other device mic. Yeah, Chamaka, can you hear me?
Give me a minute.
Okay. So let's okay, we have
Okay.
tested it.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so what on my Postman app, I'm not seeing it the way it's arranged. Your own is arranged with ID, title, price, rating. My own is not arranged that way.
You're not seeing what
The way yours is arranged, when you
you're not
search
seeing
with
you're not
ID,
seeing your response.
I'm seeing my response. My response is not arranged the way your own is arranged.
How is your
When you
response
have this, like my own response now, I'm seeing 1 docutype, 2 HTML lang, 3 header, 4 blank, 5 head, 6 meta cassette, stuff like that.
Check if you're having JSON selected. This, click on this
Click
to
on what?
confirm.
Okay, what is there is HTML.
Okay, change it to JSON.
Okay. I'm still okay. So if I select by title, price, and rating, I'm still not seeing the titles, the prices, and the rating.
Do you have this JSON selected?
Yes, I do.
Okay, share your screen. Let me see what you're trying to say.
Okay. So I'll share with the other device.
All right, no problem.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay. So this is what I'm seeing.
Why?
I don't know.
Click on this header tab first. What?
The header tab.
I'm trying to, but it's supposed to show like
Which header tab?
no, that should not be that should not. Have you been saying the same thing before? Like for other response?
For
Or this
my
is what yes, like for your for other response, get all products.
yes, this is what I'm saying for
But
get.
this is HTML. Try to change this back to this is HTML. Click on
JSON.
this HTML
So
and
I've changed
select JSON.
I still don't have it arranged by product.
I really don't understand what is going
And I
on.
think the same thing with limit and skip. I still don't have it arranged the way yours is arranged.
I expect it to display as JSON since this is selected. You can just try to close the application, right?
I should close the
And
postman.
yes, try to save and close. If it's not saved, just try to save and close and come back.
How do
I
I
want
save?
to see.
How do I save? Control S.
Yes, just try to check your save button if it has not saved automatically. Just
How
there's a save button here, right?
tab here?
Yes. Just if it's not enabled, then it has saved. Just try to close
Okay.
because your default is not JSON, it was HTML. And this is HTML. This is returning back to you the HTML page instead.
Okay.
So I want to so you can open it back.
Okay, on it. Okay, it's coming up. Okay. So we're under select.
Okay. Oh yeah, we send a response. Send a request rather. This is HTML.
Yeah, I think it's on default HTML. I changed it to
Yes.
JSON.
Change it to JSON and we send the request first. Maybe you have to go to your settings and change the default from HTML to JSON. Send first.
Okay, I've sent.
Still the same thing.
Still the same thing.
I'll try to check with you maybe after the class tomorrow or something.
Okay.
Yes. You're using Mac, not Windows, right?
I'm using Windows.
You're using Windows. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try to check with you maybe after the class. Or
Okay.
I'll just try to check with you.
Okay, thank
For
you.
now, I feel like the default is not JSON. That's why you're getting this HTML. If
Okay.
I want to get what you are getting also, I'll just come to this and change my preview to HTML. And if I send my request, I should be getting what you're also getting.
Okay, so should I stop sharing?
Yes, you can stop sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'll try to check
Sorry,
up
I
with you.
think I noticed something in our URL.
Okay. All right. Can you share your screen again?
Is having /docs and slash docs is not there before products.
Okay, thank you very much, Emmanuel. Okay, Shamaka, can you please share your screen again?
Okay. Okay. My link.
Okay,
Yes, after the .com.
after just remove the doc.
Move the slash docs
Yes,
and then send again.
send again.
Sorry about that.
Have you sent?
I'm sending now. Okay, I see my mistake now. Thank you so much. I think it has
Okay.
come now.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Thank you. That was a great observation. Thank you.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. So you can stop sharing now. So we will be testing I feel like I'm going to stop at the gates. I was hoping we will go to the next resources, right? So we'll be testing the next resources, and the remaining get resources, we can lay our hands on it after the class. More like just a class task. Do it for yourself to be so sure you can also test some API. So the last one we'll be testing this night is the sort by. Sort by. So come to your resources. Wait, have I started sharing my screen? I'm not sure.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah. So you come to your resources, you copy the URL, and you had the new request. So you rename your request as sort. Then you paste. So be careful when you are doing the copy and paste of your URL, so you will not be getting error. So want to sort by title, and want to sort it in ascending order, right? We can sort by anything. We can sort by rating, you can sort by title, you can sort by anything if it's actually part of the filter. Because this sorts by field will be created on the application. So depending on what users is able to, or is given to users to sort with. So sorts by title in ascending order.
So I don't know. Am I the only one not seeing your
Postman screen, please?
Oh, you're not seeing my Postman screen.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. I was not sure. Oh. Thank you, Samuel. So can you see my screen now? So ask us to create our last request, right? You can see my Postman screen, right?
Yes, we can now.
Yes.
Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, so ask us to create the last request for this class, and the remaining get requests, please, let's try to create it. Let's try to do it on our own. This is not like an assignment. Like, just do it just to know that, okay, you also understand what we've been doing since morning. Do it on your own. Next class we will continue from post request. Next class I was thinking we'll be able to do post request today. but next class we'll continue. So by now we should be able to know how to test our API, test our GET request, test our API using GET request, test different parameters, how to change, like how to check for other thing, how to search in that order. So let's just send this last request, this sort by. And what this request is going to do is going to sort by title, and the order is going to be in ascending order. It's going to be in ascending order. So do we have any question?
Please, I want to ask,
Okay.
am I the only one that when I want to copy this URL, copies the whole thing instead of the what I want to copy? It copies the whole thing there. I don't know if I'm the only one that
No,
is
highlight
experiencing.
it. Maybe you did not highlight.
If I highlight what I want to copy, it will highlight the whole thing. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing it because it's.
Okay.
You are not
Who else
alone.
is
Are
experiencing?
you experiencing it?
Yes.
Because I don't
If
understand
you highlight what you want, then it picks the
whole thing.
the
And
whole
when I
thing.
paste it on my postman, I try to delete what I don't need. Then I click on send request. It's telling me error. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if I'm the only one.
And
So you
because you did
just
not
delete
copy,
it.
you have to delete
If I
it. You have
delete
to
it and I click on that send, it will tell me error. I'm copying the whole thing, pasting it there, trying to delete what is not supposed to be there. But it's telling me error.
Okay. Who else is in the same boat as Emmanuel and Soma? Because I feel like if you were able to highlight it carefully, and I don't know. So who else is actually experiencing the same thing? So it's not like I'm the only one that is.
When I copy my own, it comes with the hyphen. Then I will just remove the two hyphens.
That is what I'm doing.
Before
If
you
I
copy, Abby,
Huh? Not just
Victor,
when
you will remove you will remove before you copy or after you copy.
I will highlight and copy.
Highlight
Then,
and copy.
yeah, but when I highlight, it will, before I copy, it will expand to the, it will on its own expand to the hyphens. And I'll just copy it. Since I know I can edit it, I'll go down and remove it out and send my request.
Okay, where are you guys copying from? Like if you
On
want to
site.
select, wait, I understand. Like if you want to select, can you see my screen now?
Not yet.
Am I on the site now?
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Okay, do you copy like this? Like, do you copy from the fetch or you copy from this HTML?
From the HTML.
From the HTML.
Yes.
I feel like you should not. I was not having that.
Ma.
Ma,
Let me
I was not having
explain.
that.
I don't know
See,
if it's
I
possible.
was and I'll be able to copy.
Ma.
Yeah, have you seen it as highlighted with the quote?
Ma.
Okay, are you talking about the quote?
Yes.
Okay,
Ma.
somehow were you talking about the quote or you're talking about the old stuff?
No. See, Ma, I don't know if you can hear me. I would love to share my screen so that I will show you what I'm talking about.
No, wait. This is my screen. Let's use my screen because of
If I
time.
should highlight from that bracket to the ending of the bracket, like from the beginning of
No,
that
you don't
bracket.
you don't need to start from the beginning of the bracket. Start from this H, right? This is what you
Yes.
need. Just start from the H and select it to, and if it's trying to go out of, you see, it's trying to go out of range. I need to control it back because I know I don't need it.
My own is copying the whole thing, and to go back is the problem. So I have to copy it like that, paste it on my postman, then try to delete what I don't need there. But after deleting what I don't
Just
need, and I click on send.
Oh, Soma,
Huh?
this is another thing I would suggest you do. You open notes from your PC, right? Do you get?
Yes, ma, I can hear you.
You open notes, either sticky notes or a normal notes. So when you have copy, you copy from here, it copy the whole thing, you paste it to the notes.
Yes.
I'm just trying to give you a way around of it. Then you will copy what you need from your notes.
So this bracket now is not necessary. So I'm copying from the ascending.
Yes,
You don't
yes,
do the apostrophe. You're
yes.
just
You don't need
page
the
data.
apostrophe, you don't need the brackets. You just need
Okay, I
your
don't need the
AP.
apostrophe, I don't need the brackets.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you don't need it. You don't need it. You just that's why I said that when you're doing your copy and paste, don't copy with any quotation, apostrophe or anything. Don't copy with any, just your request, just your URL. The same URL that you will copy and paste and send to this guy here,
Okay,
and you
okay.
expect it to go. If I put brackets, except if this could have some sort of correction. Here you see, not found. Do you see? So ma, can you see now? I'm getting
Yes,
not
I can
found because
see.
there's brackets. So you don't need the brackets. You
Okay,
don't need
this sort now, I just copied it now. Then I removed the bracket and the apostrophe, and I
yes.
clicked on send, and it brought out message: order can be ascending or descending. 400 bad requests.
It's still a bad request. If it's still 400, it's still your error. Just try to go through the route I asked you to do. Just
Okay.
copy it to your notepad to be sure you are copying whatever you want to copy, like you are copying the right thing, and paste it. It's still your error, I explained earlier. Just try to do it. So I want us to actually lay our hands on other form of get request. By next class, we'll be doing the post, by God's grace, the put and the delete. So we can move to environment and variables the coming class. So do you have any question?
I've done this too.
Yeah. Do you have any question? I feel like someone was talking. Okay. So in the absence of none, it's so safe to say see you on Friday and have a lovely night.
You
Bye.
too, man. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.